Welcome to Furman Pollen's Scumby Application training video. Furman Pollen is at the forefront of pollen research, blossom thinning, and pollination techniques. Furman Pollen is used to increase crop size where pollination problems are limiting production, such as poor weather, frost damage, weak beehives, floral competition, or limited bloom. The receptivity of most flowers is only 12 to 72 hours after they open. Because pollen is a living material that must be applied to a receptive flower in order to set fruit or nuts, getting pollen to the flower at the right time is critical. By using Furman Pollen and utilizing these proven application techniques, you will be sure to maximize your set during pollination season. Let's take a look at some of these techniques. The Scumby puffer is an economical and easy way to accurately disperse pollen throughout an orchard, regardless of row spacing. Notice the construction of the Scumby pollen puffer. It's designed with quality parts to deliver accurate and reliable performance year after year. The Scumby puffer works well on both larger acreages and also where there's a need to target a specific block or portion of a block because you control where the pollen is distributed and floral competition is not an issue. The Scumby puffer is easily mounted on an ATV using simple U-bolts, ratchet straps, or even heavy-duty zip ties. Use 2-stroke oil to 89 octane or higher fuel mixture, 50:1 ratio. There are several ways to connect the Scumby puffer to the ATV's 12-volt system. Plugging into the ATV outlet port, or with alligator clips connected to the battery, or by using eyelet connectors to more permanently attach for batteries located underneath the seat. Controls for operating the Scumby are easy to access and use. Also, the auger on-off switch and speed control are located here. It's always a good idea to ensure the polarity is correct and that the auger is turning in the correct direction, which is counterclockwise. The auger motor is calibrated to use a standard 12-volt system. If it receives more voltage, it turns faster and ground speed may have to be slightly increased to compensate. Typically, 2 to 3 applications of Furman Pollen are made at the rate of 60 grams per acre per pass. Located under the hopper lid is the calibration chart used to determine ground speed and auger settings. Once the Scumby is installed and the ground speed and auger settings have been determined, place a bag of calibration pollen in the hopper and drive an acre to ensure a smooth first application. The requirements for application with the Scumby are the same as with hive application. Make sure you're at 20% bloom and ambient temperature is sufficient. To start, place 2 acres worth of pollen, or 120 grams, in the hopper. As you build confidence, up the amount to 6 acres, or 720 grams. Make sure to run the blower at full throttle for maximum air movement. Pollen should be applied over multiple days to maximize results. Your first application should occur at 30 to 40% bloom. At this time, the trees will be quite white. 3 to 4 out of 10 blossoms will be open. Do not judge bloom stage by the outside rows. Walk the orchard and check for bloom consistency. The timing of the second and third applications is determined by how quickly or slowly your bloom progresses and must be spread out over the entire receptive bloom period, with the final application at 80% bloom. The weather will play the largest role in determining the speed at which the blooms move. Weather conditions control application strategies, so plan accordingly. In hot weather, the receptive bloom period will be short, from 3 to 6 days. More than likely, applications will occur on consecutive days. Watch the bloom closely. Don't let it get away from you. In cool weather conditions, the receptive bloom period will be longer. Take advantage of each opportunity until all the applications have been applied. Pollen cannot be applied in the rain or fog. Applications must be made during the dry periods. In order to apply pollen, 2 to 3 hours of dry weather are needed. Subsequent applications will be made according to weather conditions. In hot weather, less time between applications, and in cooler weather, applications should be further apart. For nearly 8 decades, Furman Pollen has been committed to providing high-quality supplemental pollen to our customers who count on us for their pollination needs. Harvesting specific varieties of flowers allows us to supply the correct pollen varieties to fit our customers' needs. Since 1933, we have harvested and refined pollen as our only business. Let our experience serve you. Please contact Furman Pollen at 1-800-322-8852 with questions, blossom thinning requests, and to place pollen orders.